Okay, so I got asked about timing on the tedder. I have had to do it in the past. It is not that difficult. It's just kind of being patient, I guess, with yourself. For me, I kind of get a little short patience at times when things are just seems like it's going wrong and I can't get something right. I should probably just stop, but I get annoyed, and then sometimes I cause more problems for myself. But one thing, excuse me, I'm still kind of got a cold that I'm getting over with. But what would help when it comes to doing the timing on these, I got some play in this. I'm not about to spend a couple $100s on the U joints themselves. After this season, I shouldn't say U joint, but the whole unit here, universal. I'm gonna see if I can get just the I think they call them a crossbar, but for us it's a U joint. I'm gonna try and get the joints themselves and swap it myself if it can be done. If not, then over winter I'm just gonna save up and buy new ones. If I keep this tedder, I might just sell it. But both of them have about the same amount of play in them. That one needs change too. This was the cylinder that was leaking, and by the way, it still seems to be pretty good now that I was able to get that seal swapped out. But anyhow, back to the timing. If these have a lot of play in them, it's going to be kind of hard. Like as you can see, there's quite a bit of play still in these. But there's little roll pins. Maybe I can show you better on this one. There's roll pins in here, and the roll pins kept breaking, so I put a grade 5 in here. But if you take the pin out of here, this whole shaft will slide out, and then excuse me, you have the hub itself here, and sitting on top of the hub is this. Underneath here there's like I would call it like a ring gear, kind of like it sits flat and the teeth are on top. But if you pick this unit up off of the rotor, then excuse me, I try not to take it all the way up, but just enough that I can turn the rotor and set it down, because like I said, it's got little teeth that go up and down, up and down, up and down like that. So if you're not, I don't know, patient, meticulous with it, you could jump a tooth or two and then you're way out of time. But I don't know if that's exactly the correct way to do it, but that's how I've done it in the past, and it's gotten pretty accurate. There is, like I said in my comment too, I think it's Brandon Donahue. If I messed that up, I apologize. But basically, like, pull that pin out, slide this down, this comes out, that comes out, and you can turn this to get it in line. And that's why I say like patience, because you're gonna have to put this all back together and then see how it lines up when you put it down, because obviously if you go too far forward, then you're gonna have the arm hitting the other arm. If you go too far back, it'll be the same way hitting. I think it took me like an hour total time, because it wasn't like that bad, but I wanted it, like when I first got this, it needed some work. So I tried my best to make sure that I got it like 100% in line that I was happy with. Like when I first got it, it was missing a bunch of arms, teeth. The arms that were on here, it would clang and catch sometimes. So I just kept playing with it, lifting it off, turning this, setting it back down, excuse me, until it got to where I was happy with it, and sounded like it was running the way it should be. It wasn't making a whole bunch of noise. The arms weren't touching, clanging. The teeth were clearing each other. So like I said, I might not have done it right. Maybe you got to go through like the whole unit and get everything in unison, but for me, I just did this one rotor here. So as you can see, it's got some play in it, so that will affect getting like your timing right, because like I said, you're gonna have a lot of play in the joint. You can actually see it there. So you might only need to go one tooth to get yourself there, and maybe on one that's, you know, like the joints are super tight, you might end up jumping like 2 or 3 teeth in here. But since this has a lot of play in it, I tried to only do like one tooth at a time in the direction that I needed, and that worked out for me. So once again, there's just roll pins that hold it together, and like I said, if I remember right, you're just going to pop this pin out, but I have a bolt, and the assembly here, or you know, whatever you want to call it, the hub or tire arm, whatever, should slide down, allowing you to allow the rotor here to slide down as well. And then you just want to lift this housing up a little bit, and it should, if I remember right, allow you to rotate the rotor to sit right on the gear on the end of the shaft here to change your timing. So excuse me, while I was messing with the baler, I just figured I'd run back here on the four-wheeler real quick and make a video and explaining. And like I said in the comment, I'm gonna end up having to redo the timing on this one too. So when it gets to that point, I will post a video as I'm doing it. And you know, sorry for the videos. Like I said, I'm not trying to do a whole bunch of editing. I'm just, you know, trying to be raw, uncut. You know, if it's interesting, it's interesting. Like I said, I enjoy doing some stuff like this, working on it. But you know, when things are going wrong and I get aggravated, it really irks me, because it's like I just trying my best, you know. So if anybody's got any advice for me on, you know, things I might be doing or doing wrong, you know, post and let me know. And like I said, I'll, you know, hope everybody enjoys what I post, and I will keep posting stuff, I guess. So take care, guys, and hope everybody has a good hay season. I really need to get out into our field because it is over my waist, and I think we're gonna have a good hay crop here. I mean, I don't really do a whole lot. I think the most I've gotten out of here was around 1,100 bales. So hopefully this year I can get more than that. So we'll see what happens. Talk to you guys later, and hope you have a good day.